for fast, cheap, and reliable Madden 21 Ultimate Team coins. Make sure you guys go check out my sponsor, Easy Mutt. Use code VENOM at checkout for 5% off. Yo, what's good guys, Venom Fire here back from the video, and today we bring you guys a fire money play scheme in Madden 21. It's going to come out of a unique formation, out of a playbook that you guys have been requesting a lot. It's going to be the New Orleans Saints offensive playbook. Now this is also in Green Bay Packers playbook, so it's in two playbooks. Personally, I'm just running out of Saints, but again, it is in Packers, which is a very good playbook as well. It's going to be out of the gun tight offset tight end. Now it's going to be kind of a two-play scheme. We're going to focus in on some popular routes and show you how to build around them. So the plays we're going to be running are going to be this Saints spot right there at the top. You can also run it out of bench. So Saints spot and bench, they're very, very similar. Obviously, the only difference is going to be that running back route. A couple of others, but again, we're focusing on those corner routes. So yeah, so I recommend Saints spot a little bit better. The other play we're going to be running is going to go ahead and be this mesh spot play at the top. And yeah, overall that's going to do it. So those are the two plays we're going to focus in on. I'll show it against man, cover 3, cover 2. As far as abilities I do recommend getting a route technician. We have Amari Cooper right here. He has route technician. He's going to run this corner route that I'm talking about a lot better and get a lot more separation, specifically against man coverage. So I do recommend getting route technician. Yeah, and overall that's going to do it. Also, make sure you guys do hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 15,000 subscribers. Drop a like if you enjoyed, and follow me on Twitter. I'm trying to grow on there. Link will be down below in the description. Go ahead, throw your boy a follow. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get straight into it. You're going to come out with your running back on the wide side of the field. That is the best way to run this formation. Now, we're going to start out with just a little bit of man-to-man coverage here. I'm just going to press, pinch my D-line, basic stuff. So, taking a look at our play art. This is out of the Saints spot, by the way. We have two corner routes. So, Gallup, you can see, his is a little bit more concrete. It's not as rounded. Cooper's is going to be more rounded. So, when I smart route Michael Gallup's corner on that left side, you see nothing's going to happen. So I just smart routed it and nothing happens. But when I go ahead and smart route Amari Cooper's here, boom, it's going to be one of those really short but really good corner routes. Similar to Z-Spot, you've probably seen a lot of people running Z-Spot. They'll smart out the corner out. It'll be a quick breaking. It's almost like an outside slant is probably the best way to describe it. It's not like super quick breaking, but it has to be like these longer type corner routes in order to smart route them. But yeah, so overall, there's some really cool stuff you can do. Some really nice route combinations. Just a basic overall route combo that you can do is just like to streak B. So I would just do this. Now pay attention, because sometimes like just this corner route pressed, a lot of times these man-to-man coverage players will actually get mixed up and confused. So we'll see if it happens. It only happens in certain scenarios, but I'll just snap it. You see they're pressed, and boom, he kind of gets flipped onto the linebacker right there. So when I come out in the play, he's man up on the cornerback. You'll see that. I'll kind of hop into the replay here. But overall, it's just a glitchy concept because of how tight these guys are. Sometimes they get confused. So again, Vernon Hargraves right here. He is on Amari Cooper. He's in man-to-man. You see him going. And all of a sudden, they just randomly switch their assignments. I'm not exactly sure what causes this, but he ends up guarding Zeke. Not only that, but really, he actually ends up guarding Cedric Wilson. So literally, they all complete flip. Roby's the one that's on Cedric Wilson, number 11. He ends up guarding Zeke. So Zeke is completely wide open here. Could throw it here and pick up 10 yards. Cedric Wilson actually gets a step. So if this is zero coverage, he's going to be open for a touchdown. And then we have Amari Cooper's and going to get man up on this linebacker or sub linebacker, depending on the player you're playing. We have enough separation. And again, this is all caused by the bunch setup we have. It's not the streak, it's not the table route, it's just this corner route. We get the inside leverage animation. And overall, they just switch. I think it has a lot to do with the table route. But again, there's other ways that you can get this kind of weird mismatch. That's not even necessarily what the point of the play is. We're just focusing in on this little corner route a little bit. But yeah, so again, the setup was just to put A on a smart route and put B on a little streaker fade. Again, we'll snap the ball. You see we get that mismatch animation, and we can throw him upfield. Could have easily thrown it to Zeke as well. Let's kind of clear it up, because again, that's not necessarily how it's going to run every time. So I'm just going to block my running back. I believe the mismatch should not happen, and even to completely prevent them, I'm just going to throw that player man up to him on a QB spy. And we'll just play stock man-to-man coverage how you would probably see it. Again, sometimes that animation can happen, but again, usually you'll see them kind of shade like underneath, depending on the abilities that they have, obviously. But they could shade outside, they could shade inside, they could do a lot of things. They could also shade over the top if they want to. But yeah, just focusing on Amari Cooper with B. You can throw him on like an out route. That's something I like to do. Now, from a stock position, this is not the best route combo. You're going to have to kind of motion him out. So what I would probably do on this weak side, though, is go with something like this. Just kind of a base Z-spot type setup. And then I would probably motion Cedric Wilson out completely and snap him right about there. Boom, you see Amari Cooper right over the top. Gets a lot of separation. If you have enough space, you can also highball that with a good quarterback just to ensure that he doesn't get a really good animation. But you see just the boost off the line. And again, route technician definitely does help, but you'll see later in the video that Michael Gallup can get it to work as well. And overall, it's just the leverage. So again, I was shaded underneath here, so we should definitely jam him at the line of scrimmage. He doesn't do that at all, and overall, we just get really good animation and really good separation, around 5 yards, even with him kind of catching up a little bit at the end. So yeah, let's show that one more time here. Again, shade underneath. Let's shade outside here. As far as route combos, you could really do whatever. I could like put B on, or I could put B on like a backside drag. Maybe I put Y on like an in route smart routed. I put X on a curl, something like this. You can just get kind of creative with it. Again, here we get this little mismatch animation. I can throw it to Zeke now. For whatever reason, Zeke can't catch the ball, but you see how it opens things up. Let's hop into zone coverage a little bit briefly. Overall, before we hop into that mesh spot play, which is very similar, just going to be on the other side. The reason that I'm talking about mesh spot is because I can get the corner out from this side without having to flip my formation, and that overall gives me a lot of options, because if I notice he has a cornerback without the one step ahead ability, I can easily take advantage of that just by running a different play and having my corner out on the other side of the field. So yeah, cover 2. Again, I'll just go with this basic route combo. I would go with boom, 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 something like this probably. Then I would actually motion CeeDee Lamb out. But yeah, you see, step up in the pocket, I can pass it upfield, and you can usually fit him in that window. Again, that gets open against short side as well. I can easily have checked that down. In addition, I'll show it against cover 3 here. Just going to go through everything pretty much. Now, this play used to be a cover 3 beater, which made it even better, but unfortunately, they did kind of patch that. It is what it is, but yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate. As far as some other route combos I could do, I could just put like B on a hitch. Maybe I put X on a curl, Y on a flat, something like this, motion them out. But yeah, just kind of mix things up a little bit. I can check down here. That probably wasn't the best route combo. Usually, actually out of that, I probably should have just went with something like this, where I would smart out and then block my running back. And then I can do whatever I want on this side. Something like this. Can motion Wilson out. That's kind of the route combo I was talking about a little bit, where you see he kind of holds him off a little bit. And then that was a bad pass lead, but usually you would want a pass lead that's the outside. Anyways, let's hop into the other play out of this. So I'm just going to go ahead and audible to our man coverage. I'm actually going to flip it now. I think I'm going to have to reset this play, so I'll catch you guys in a minute. Alright guys, so for whatever reason, like whenever I flip my play, so right now I actually have my play flipped. The slot cornerback should be on the left side. I have auto flip off. I have everything going. For whatever reason, I just can't get him over there. So what I did is I just subbed in a sub linebacker here. Linebacker, Michael Thomas. We're just going to go ahead and use him. So I'll just have him jammed at the line of scrimmage. He'll be pressed. And then we can run the play as usual. Just a little bit of heads up on why it's on a slot corner. But you see, he's going to act as a slot corner. So anyways, we're in mesh spot. You see, we got a really deep corner out right here with Michael Gallup breaking it at about 15 yards. But again, you smart route him, boom, he's down to 5 yards. And this one's really, really short, so I'm just going to kind of get Amari Cooper's route out of the way a little bit so you can see. But yeah, it's a really quick breaking route. So this one, it's not as good as the Saints spot one, just because the shorter ones aren't as good, especially if they just have any kind of a flat route out there. But yeah, against like stock man-to-man coverage, he should get that nice jump off the line, and you see the separation really good. Now, there's a safety help over the top. If there's safety help over the top, that's not really going to be open, but you're putting pressure on the safety, and you're kind of forcing your opponent to play safety help. And if he doesn't do that, he's going to be in a lot of trouble, because if he is playing safety help, you can take advantage with like zigs, slants, drags. All of those routes beat man coverage. So if he sees that happening, he's going to start playing underneath. He would do something probably like this maybe. And then he would put like an inside third, something I would imagine or I would expect to see online. And if he does that, again, you can create a basic combo. So I can put like X on a hitch, I can put him on an out route, I can put him on like a backside slant even. So I can do a route combo kind of like this. Just a basic, unique kind of a route combo. We'll just go ahead, snap the ball, and you see, boom, Michael Gallup gets that separation over the top. Now, I didn't actually get the press animation that I was looking for there, and again, it's going to be a little bit scuffed because I can't get this man coverage right for whatever reason. But yeah, we'll just go ahead and have him press again, see if this works, and just adjust from there. Again, just basic smart route, and honestly, these plays are even better against, like I mentioned, zone coverage, not necessarily just man beaters, although that is a big point of them. So again, you can create like basic route combinations. Boom, now you see with the press animation, and even against like cover 3, we were actually able to get over the top. So I believe that was a curl flat zone. Could have been a hard flat or a cloud flat, but yeah, you see just him getting that jump. And Michael Gallup doesn't even have route tech. So imagine what's going to look like if this guy had route tech and Amari Cooper. You would definitely have easy separation. So you see we get the jam animation. Boom. Really good off the break. There's a curl flat zone there. We're able to lob it over the top, pass lead up the field, and boom, you're good to go. Let's hop into zone coverage a little bit. Cover 2. Oh, shoot. I guess when I blitzed, for whatever reason, it flipped the play. I think it might just have something to do with man coverage, but I guess we did just find that out. But yeah, cover 2, I can create like a bench concept probably, I imagine. As far as Amari Cooper, I can just go with like probably a flood concept. This would be something I would probably run online. Be on like that spot. You got A on that out route. Something similar to this. But you see how Gallup's just going to get over the top. A better quarterback with Gunslinger gets that ball off. Dak doesn't have exactly good throw power or Gunslinger, but yeah, I probably should have thrown that to CD regardless. But yeah, let's hop into like cover 3 here. I'm just going to flip the play. For whatever reason, of course, now he's going to do it. But if that out route's kind of running into each other, you can just do it like a base flat. That's perfectly fine. Again, as far as some of my ideas go, this is a route combo I would run, maybe. I could even like drag B. You can also run Playmaker on one of these guys if you want to, but look at Amari Cooper right there against stock cover 3, or not Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup. And yeah, overall it's really good. You can combine these with, again, you have inside zone, you have bench. As far as bench goes, just showing you what it looks like. Smart route A, and that's similar to the mesh spot. It's actually a shorter corner route though, so it's a little bit different. You see just that stock release off man-to-man is very, very solid. But yeah, overall this scheme does give you options. Again, I did have a full scheme I uploaded on this earlier in the year, so you can get some setups from that if you're trying to build a whole scheme around it. But yeah, just showing off these corner routes a little bit, very, very solid. And again, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on Twitter down below in the description. And peace, I'm out of here.